After a Category 4 hurricane moves through a residential neighborhood, the first person a homeowner calls is their insurance adjuster. But if a $20,000 pool enclosure buckles during the storm, the adjuster's first move isn't to cut a check, it's to pull the county's building records. If they discover the structure was installed without a permit, it is legally classified as an unapproved addition, which allows the carrier to deny the claim entirely. Building in Florida involves navigating a specific set of legal requirements that determine whether an outdoor investment is protected or entirely exposed. The Florida Building Code classifies these enclosures as vital structural systems. They are engineered to manage simultaneous multi-directional wind and hydrodynamic forces, operating at the limit of what lightweight architecture can sustain. Because of this classification, 95% of these projects require a formal permit before construction begins. Bypassing this phase renders the structure illegal, leading to daily code enforcement fines, costly property liens, and immediate loss of storm insurance. Florida House Bill 803, taking effect in July 2026, aims to simplify this by exempting minor residential work under $7,500 from the permitting process. However, the legislation explicitly excludes all structural work and any property located in a flood hazard area. Since pool cages rely on load-bearing aluminum and concrete footings, they do not qualify for this exemption, regardless of the project's total cost. Contractors are also prohibited from project splitting, dividing one large contract into several smaller ones to stay under that dollar threshold. Attempting this triggers an immediate stop work order from the building department. For contracts over $5,000, law mandates a Notice of Commencement. It must be recorded before the first inspection and requires a notarized signature. This legal safeguard ensures subcontractors cannot place a lien on your home if the primary contractor fails to pay. Misinterpreting a state exemption or missing one notarized signature on an NOC results in stalled construction and significant legal liability for the homeowner. Beyond state statutes, the specific requirements for a project change the moment a property line crosses into a different county or municipality. In Palm Beach County, any work on the exterior of a condo requires a notarized approval letter from the HOA, and structures and flood zones must be accompanied by an NFIP elevation certificate. In Orlando, zoning regulations are the primary variable. Property setback requirements can shift from 15 feet to 50 feet based entirely on the height of the proposed cage. In Miami-Dade and Broward Counties' high-velocity hurricane zones, materials must pass rigorous projectile testing to earn a specific notice of acceptance. Properties sitting seaward of the coastal construction control line face additional environmental constraints, requiring a separate permit from the Department of Environmental Protection to protect dune systems and sea turtle habitats. Inland flood zones introduce their own engineering mandates. Walls must be designed to break away under water pressure, and no electrical work is permitted below the designated flood elevation. Because a property's exact coordinates determine this overlapping web of local, state, and environmental laws, a standardized DIY installation is rarely an option. Under Chapter 489 of the Florida statutes, this scope of work is restricted to licensed building contractors or those holding a structural aluminum specialty license. Hiring unlicensed labor removes any legal or financial recourse for the homeowner if the project is built incorrectly or fails during a storm. However, House Bill 803 does include a mandatory 5-business-day response deadline for local municipalities. If a project is valued under $15,000, the building department must review the application within this strict window. The law also prevents HOAs from demanding a municipal permit as a prerequisite for their own review. This allows contractors to run the HOA approval and municipal permitting processes simultaneously to keep the project on schedule. Screen Factory Florida manages this entire process through a dedicated in-house permit department. They handle everything from engineering coordination to NOC filings and municipal reviews. They are BBB accredited, provide a full-year warranty, along with 0 hidden fees and 0% financing options. Homeowners can start the process with free on-site measurements and a 3-dimensional design plot of the proposed structure. Booking a consultation through the link below ensures your backyard oasis is storm-ready and fully compliant with state law from day one.